Hello friends, in today's video we will see how we can install Docker on Ubuntu server. Okay, so let's start with it. Before that, let's first check. I have my Ubuntu server running in AWS, and this is the instance. Okay, so let's now connect it to you using SSH. I'll be using putty here, and let's connect to Ubuntu. Okay, using my IP address. Okay, so here it goes. Now I have connected my putty session to Ubuntu server running on AWS. Okay, so let's start with it. And before starting, uh, make sure that the user which we have logged in with has credential to run sudo commands. Okay, and let's proceed further. Before that, let's first check the Ubuntu version here. Then my machine is running with version 16.04, and which is the prerequisite. It is 64-bit, and let's start with installation of Docker now. Before installing Docker, we need to add gpc key, which should point to the official Docker repository, and to do that, there's a command. I'll provide all the list of commands below this video. Okay, so, and this is a command which will add the gpc key for official Docker repository. Actually, we have two repositories. One is the on local machine, and the other one is official Docker repository. Okay, so once it is done, let's add the Docker repository to apt source list. Okay, to do that, this is a command, and don't worry friends, I'll provide all these commands below this video. Okay, now since now we have created the repository. Now let's update the package database with the Docker package from the newly added repository. Okay, and let's update it. It will take a while, and the next step here is to make sure that the installation starts from the repository which we have just now linked and not from locally. Anyways, it will first check the local repository, and then it points to Docker repository. So let's first let's start the installation. See, I can see here the cache is pointing to http downloader.docker.com, and nothing is local. Okay, so means everything is fine till now. Let's start the installation. Now the installation is completed. Let's check the status of the Docker service. Okay, and to do that, let's check system control status. Okay, we can see that the Docker service is in running state. Okay, it's active and running. So now the Docker, and by default Docker installs all the Docker commands as well, and just Let's check out the Docker commands or some of the Docker commands. See, these are the list of available commands here. We can check system wise. Also we can check sub command list as well. Let's check Docker information. This will show the system wide information of Docker. This is the complete information, complete info about our Docker services and configuration. Okay, now let's see how we can work with Docker images. Okay, so right now I don't have any image, so let's pull out image from Docker repository, and let's start with one of the basic which we do, which is hello world image. Okay, so oops. See, first it looks for the images locally, and then if it doesn't get, then it checks the global Docker repository. You can see that it has downloaded the image, hello world image. Now let's check the images which we have. It has pulled the image and has saved locally. Okay, you can see it. Also there are a list of commands. We can search Docker images, all the images present in Docker repository by using search keyword. Let's for example search Ubuntu and see. We can see a list of Ubuntu related images present here. And for our video, let's try to install. Let's try to pull the image of Ubuntu. Okay, and if we scroll up, we see that tab, the first one, Ubuntu 43, and which is official. Okay, so let's pull the image. Okay, so it has pulled the image. Now let's run this image, and once we run this image, this becomes the container. Okay, so let's first check the image. Now see, we can see that Ubuntu image has been downloaded. It has been pulled in fact from the repository. Now let's run the container. Okay, the run keywords runs the image, and so you can see the containers. Now let's run a container. Get the beauty. We can try to go inside the container and do the modification. So let's see if using it as a switch, we can go inside the container. So just see here that it's right now we are inside the container which is running on our Ubuntu machine. Okay, so whatever commands are executed right now, the shell will be executed inside the container. Okay, so let's, for example, let's install, let's first update it. Okay, let's first update this command will update the container, not our Ubuntu machine. Okay, so the container is updated, and now let's try to install any application. And for example, let's install node.js. Okay, oops, I misspelled. Okay, so now we have now the installation is in progress for node.js. This, so what, the node.js has been installed on this container. Okay, and now and point to be noted here is that this is the changes which is done on container, not on the server, and we still have to commit these changes to image so that it's permanent. Okay. So to do that, let's first exit from the container. Okay, then we will commit the changes of this container to the image. To get out of this container, type exit. Once out, then we have to use commit command with switch m, and the syntax here I'll give it on below this video. Okay, and after switch m, you can give what you can mention it, the changes you have done on this container. So let's, and the second thing is author. You can mention that this is for the ease of use, so that we can find out who has modified it. Okay, so now let's run it, and you have to specify the container ID as well. Okay, and give the repository path. Oh, sorry, because the container ID should come after the author, and just the paths you can mention as any, you can provide any repository name. So let it be repository, then slash node ubuntu-node.js. Let's run this command. Oh, okay, okay. Actually, this is not the container ID. The ID which I provided, this is image ID. Oh, so here is a miss. So instead of image ID, we need to mention the container ID. And container ID we can get it from the prompt, the prompt which came after we got inside the container. And this is where you can find. Let me see. Okay, root at this. So this was the container ID. So let's copy it and execute the save command. Mention sudo. Okay. Oh heck, here it ran successfully. Now let's check. This would have committed the changes of this container to image. So let's verify the new image, Docker images. Okay, let's see here, and we can see another uh, image has been created. So friends, this is how we can install and configure Docker, and in this video we have seen some commands as well of creating images and containers. In fact, downloading, pulling the images and uh, customizing it and committing the container. Hope you like this video, and if you have any suggestion or feedback, you can share one below this video, and I will list the commands as well. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.